The Wally Show podcast is our daily radio show heard live through the WayFM app each morning and hosted by Wally and me, Betty Rock. For more fun, be sure to connect with us at wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online,
where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock.
Learn more at ccu.edu/Wally. We're pretty sure she's using ChatGPT to get her information.
That's what I always do, and they never catch me. Ain't nobody gonna catch me.
But don't bring it up. It's Betty Rock with Newsish on The Wally Show.
I think if you asked men, what is it that women find attractive in them, they'd probably say, big muscles and wrestling and alligator.
Heck yeah.
If that was the case, I would not be married. So it's
you
got to
don't
be
have
something
either.
else. I got none of that, you know?
And honestly, speaking as a single woman, it really comes down to your character.
Okay.
And your...
Car.
No, well, I mean, you don't want to beat up her, but you do want something nice, at least, that'll get you there. So women are putting on social media some of those things that they find as guy flexes. So if you're single, maybe you want to listen in on this.
This is things they like.
Yes, these are things that women like about men. Some of the honorable mentions that I thought were funny was being musical. A girl likes a guitar.
Yeah, hey, write a song for me.
Or being a forklift certified. They can drive a forklift.
Bucket list side
Where
there.
was this survey done? Like,
I don't know.
Alabama?
I don't know. But here's what made the top 3. Loving animals. There's something about, and this can go for children too, but when a woman sees a man that is kind to animals or children, it just warms our hearts and makes us like, oh, they're kind of cute.
If I was single and had a dating profile, it would just be me covered in puppies.
There you go.
I would be just like, yeah, because you're right. And I think why they do that, because it shows a sensitive side that you care about a defenseless animal.
Right.
And that you are going to take care of something. So you might actually, ergo, be a great father, which is what all women want.
See, you're
But yeah, I'm not saying all women want to be mom,
but you're catching on.
Yeah.
Another one is thoughtfulness. So
Yeah.
this is seen like when you stop at a gas station because he needs to get an energy drink, but while he's in there, he grabs you your favorite snack or an energy drink as well. He's thinking of you and always thinking of others.
Yeah, thinking of others I think is good too, like holding doors for other people, random people. I do that all the time.
Oh my gosh,
I
please
know.
don't bring this back to
So
you.
far, I'm doing pretty good here.
Finally, this is one he's going to fall on is humility.
Yeah, I'm out.
So humility is very attractive to women. When you're able to admit that you don't know certain things, like you don't know how to get there, so maybe you need to pull up the directions on a GPS, or admitting that you're wrong, that you were in the wrong and you don't have to be right.
What if, just spitballing here, would it work if you said, I just don't know how to be humble? Would that work?
No, because this goes back to how you say that's just the way God made me. No.
No, I think being able to admit when you're wrong is a big deal. Like I had to do that with my wife the other day. I'm like, man, I did you so dirty on this. I am so sorry. I still feel bad about it.
Really?
I was just really cruddy.
Ooh, you're going to have to tell me about this later.
I was just cruddy to her, and she didn't deserve it at all. It was something else, and then I took it out on her, and it really it still bothers me. And I've apologized. She's been good with it. But I think that, showing the humility and being able to say, I messed up, I'm sorry, is important.
And truth be told, you need to do everything on this list to make yourself attractive to your wife because, I mean, there are things working against you.
Oh, there's a lot of things the Lord did to me that are working against me, so I fully get it. Thank the Lord I'm not single. I'd be hosed. Uplifting WayFM, this is The Wally Show, and I got an email from Tyler, the executive music guy in South Carolina. He just sends me stuff. He loves Christian music, and he sends me stuff all the time that he thinks that I will like. And he said, hey, it's Tyler. Love seeing you guys back from the trip. Can't wait to hear all the stuff and the inside jokes with the new guy, Marks. I'm sure we all know you were jealous of his long hair.
Oh.
Yeah. Thanks. He took a shot at me, Tyler. Appreciate that. Maybe a little. Anyway, this is the first collab he sent me in a while from Forrest Frank. He collaborated with the new group Lost and Found, and it's a song called Two Step the Enemy. Now, he's like, look, it's definitely Forrest, but with the flair of Lost and Found, a little Americana, and he's like, I love it. It's catchy. Now, this is the band that I had found a while ago from their song Deep Water.
Yeah. Been about it, was in and out of my doubt and drowning. Drought hit, but that won't keep me down. No, I can't live without
See, I like your version better, where
Thank
you're
you.
going.
Bing. Yeah, I love that song. And so then it's like, okay, well, man, what are they going to do after that? And a lot of their other stuff doesn't sound like that. They're one of these bands that has a wide range of sounds. Well, the new song, it sounds very much like Forrest Frank, too.
Sounds Frankie.
It sounds Frankie, but it's weird. It's still them. They didn't need Forrest Frank, to be honest with you. Here, listen to this.
Never been working at overtime, trying to stop me from moving my 2 feet. He could try if he like, I'ma slide on him like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And my boots been feeling heavy, and my tank's been on empty. Yeah, the demons gon' try, but they better know something about me. 'Cause I won't dance with the devil, but I'll two-step the enemy. Yeah, the only spirit I need is a holy.
Do you not like this, Rock?
No, and it reminds me of another song that you are a fool for, and that is the Hannah Montana. What's the polka dot?
Oh, Pop It, Lock It, Polka Dot, and we danced to that at my daughter's wedding even.
Yeah, it sounds like
You don't
that.
like this?
It sounds a bit
Interesting.
Disney-ish for me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
well,
I'm
you're
not a
so
fan.
hardcore.
I'm so emo.
Yeah. That's interesting. I actually really do like that. And to my point, I'm like, I don't think they needed Forrest Frank in that.
Yeah, I don't even know. Did he sing in
It was
that?
in like the chorus and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And so it wasn't, he didn't jump out, which is actually is nice. But I thought it was enough like his stuff that it blended really well with him. But for me, I thought, oh, they don't need it. But real smart to do it because he's got the hot hand right now.
Yeah, and it gets the eyes on it. Now,
Absolutely.
would you say, though, it's better than the...
Oh, no. This is my favorite Christian song in a long time.
Go, do your version. There we go. Yeah.
I was trying to explain it to Mark. I'm like, it's the one that goes, rap, bing! It's that one. Yeah, and he found it, so, I got something there. But anyway, if you like this one, if you like the one that's partnered up with Forrest Frank, it's a new band called Lost and Found. And so hopefully you'll want to check them out because they seem pretty cool. Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show, and I love America. I make no bones about it. I think this is a great country. I've gotten to travel all over the world, and I've seen, good stuff in other places, but unfortunately, I've seen a lot of bad stuff in other places that just makes our goodness stand out. Now, do we have our problems? 1,000,000,000%. We have our issues. Yeah, but by and large, I'll take this over any place, And so I get frustrated when people vilify patriotism. I get it if you don't like the person that's in charge, like maybe that he's not your thing or whatever. Okay, fine. You can have that opinion and be thankful that you have the right to do that. I was in China recently, or in Hong Kong, and they're feuding with China, and China's taking back control of Hong Kong, and they're all like, "Oh, we can't say anything. We're really scared, and we don't want this to be overtaken. We can't say anything because we'll go to jail."
I can't imagine living in that world.
And these are just normal people that want to live a life, And so like we take for granted the ability to have discourse and to debate. We take it too far, I think, a lot of times. But I just coming back to this idea of vilifying patriotism. So I finally saw the video that you were talking about yesterday, where it was a Cubs game. There's a guy, he's probably in his early 20s, not standing for the national anthem. Old guy behind him's like, "Why don't you stand for the national anthem? It's the national anthem." Whatever, Grandpa. And so Grandpa was like, "All right," pops him in the back of the head.
Yes, you can't do that.
I know you can't. And so I was expecting to, when I watched it, to have my opinion change. My opinion got a little grayer, but I don't think it changed.
So you think it's okay to hit a complete stranger if they don't agree with you?
I think that guy needed it.
The 20-year-old needed it.
I think so. We have destroyed a generation of kids. Spare the rod, spoil the child. His parents never did that. But the kid needed a wake-up call about what America is, and he got it to the back of the head.
Wait a minute, because you didn't factor in, what if this kid doesn't know the language? What if he's American? What if he's deaf? He
can
didn't
hear.
even know what was going on. What if he needs a wheelchair?
No, they had already discussed everything. Like this all led up to that.
I don't know about
He didn't
that.
just smack him out of nowhere.
Yes, he did.
Well, no, they had already. There's other parts of the video you haven't seen. Like they already were having a discourse about it. And so and I get it. You can't put hands on people. I do understand that. That's
okay. I'm glad to hear that.
in most cases. No, I do. Like, if this was a child, like, that would be horrible. But this is a grown man. It's an adult. And it wasn't like, I'm going to fist fight you. It was kind of like that, your dad going, come on, son.
Right.
Like, so it was more like that. Now, he did hit him a little harder than I thought he would have.
He whopped him.
Yeah, he did smack him pretty good. That one, I'm like, okay, you could have just done a little tappy tap, maybe. So that was a little bit over the edge. But I get that sense of frustration. I have that same frustration when I see people that are vilifying patriotism and caring about your country. It sends that same feeling in me, and I have to like put my hands in my pocket.
And that's what bothers me. That's what scares me, because you're only getting older.
Yeah.
And your filter is only getting thinner.
Oh, yeah.
And so I can see you becoming viral, being the next guy that's just going to whop some stranger because they didn't agree with you.
You know, no, they didn't agree with the country. Not me. Like me, it doesn't matter if you didn't agree with me or not. But you disrespect America, I'm in.
Random acts of audio.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. Today's random act of audio comes to us courtesy of somebody who was thinking about Betty Rock. And they said, hey, I think Betty would like this song. So would you play this for her?
Okay, well, I'm so excited to hear what song they heard that they thought I would really enjoy.
Now, it's a parody song.
Okay.
So it's taken a well-known song and it changes the lyrics to it. The song is by the Proclaimers, that 500 Mile song. Walk 5,000 miles. I still remember this song from back in the day. All right. But I think you'll hear pretty quickly why someone thought of you and thought that this would be the perfect parody song for you, because it's called 500 Cats. So
I would pet 500 cats, and I would pet 500 more, just to be the man who'd pet 1,000 cats and still want to pet more.
I think the meows at the end are what really made it.
That's really cute.
A minute ago, we were talking about like things that women like, and like if a guy is like kind to animals, that they find that attractive. Yeah.
Yes.
And like, if you found a guy that's like, I don't know, man, I have not pet enough cats this week, and is looking for cats.
I'd say, when can we get married, sir?
Exactly.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show, and I fancy myself as an amateur first responder. I'm someone who likes to get involved, likes to help out, and I'm unconventional in the way that I do it sometimes. I helped a lady. I stopped vacationing at Disney to help a lady who was in distress with heat exhaustion, bought her very expensive waters and put them on her, and had her drink one and paid for them, and then I disappeared like an angel into the crowd.
Wow. But what I like to do with Amateur First Responder is give Wally an actual story that did happen in the news and see how he would have handled it as an amateur. So this week, there was an employee that he went to collect a portable Porto-Potty.
Yeah.
And it was locked. The door was locked. So he's like, well, I'll give the guy like 10 more minutes. Then he comes back. The door's still locked. So he's like, hey, we got to get this Porto-Potty. And the guy said he couldn't reach the door to get out. Opens the door. There was a guy stuck in the toilet. Okay.
Now, let me tell you this. I understand why he was reluctant to answer, because he's probably trying to extricate himself.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, I live here now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's made peace with it.
And if you're wondering why he was stuck in a toilet, it was because he was trying to get his Mountain Dew bottle. That makes no sense whatsoever. Anyways, first responders came. They cut open the toilet to rescue him after 8 hours of being stuck. So, Wally, as an amateur first responder, if you were in this situation, how would you handle it?
Oof. Now, the easy way is you get the, the jaws of life to pry it open, or, you use a skill saw and cut it. Because it's plastic, it's boring. It's going to be loud. It's going to draw more attention.
Okay.
What I would do, this guy already loves soda, because
Clearly.
he went for it. Dude, I would have given you the $3 for another Mountain Dew.
Right.
But is it any... Are you picking up on the irony, too? This just hit me, that he's in a Porto-Potty looking for Mountain Dew.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, that's childish.
Amateur first responder.
Okay.
Jokes are not going to fly in this room, okay?
I would have to do 1 or 2.
I know. Okay. Moving on. This is not what an amateur first responder does.
Okay, so what I would do, since he already loves soda, is I would take Diet Pepsi, or Diet Coke, rather, and I would just pour it down the toilet where he's stuck. Just tons of it.
Okay.
And then I would get a bunch of Mentos, and I would pour the Mentos in there. The Mentos would then swell up, and then like a volcano would shoot this gentleman out of the toilet to safety.
Yes, that is a great idea. Like a busted can of biscuits.
Yeah.
He's just going to fly
Pop
out
right
of there.
out of there. And because you use Coke on crime scenes and stuff to like get rid of blood and everything like that, they say.
Do?
It's a, I don't know if it's an urban legend, but yeah,
an
so people
amateur
do that.
thing.
Yeah, it's what we do in the biz. It's going to actually clean his clothes too, because the oxidation between the Mentos and the diet soda is going to clean him up as you get him out. So there you go.
It's a pity you weren't there.
I know. That's the levels I work on as an amateur first responder. I think to survive, we compartmentalize our lives. Everything has a box, and we kind of put things in there. You know, you've got school, or you've got work, or you've got church. But the reality is, our faith colors everything that we do. That's one of the things I really liked when I was teaching at Colorado Christian University. Faith had to be integrated into the business classes, or whatever the class was. It was a fundamental part of the education as a whole. And I think that's how we change the world.
When I was going to CCU, as a student, I was thinking, how are they going to incorporate the Bible into math? And somehow they made it happen. All CCU online courses are designed for busy adults, and most courses, they're only 5 weeks long. So you can take one class at a time and still have time to enjoy your life.
I know I wrote papers at a campground one time, so it wasn't crazy once you get the system down. So that's why if you want to continue your education, both Betty and I highly recommend Colorado Christian University.
It's never too late to pursue your passion. Take the first step today and visit online.ccu.edu. CCU is a nonprofit impact partner.
We have some really exciting news for you today.
Shut up.
It's News-ish on The Wally Show.
All right, quick poll in the room. When was the last time you went to CVS? Marks, new producer Marks?
Oh, man. Probably like 3 months ago.
Okay. What'd you get? What'd you go there for?
I think a prescription. For
Okay,
one of us.
prescription. Betty
And
Lou?
your receipt was probably like a foot long.
Yes.
Oh gosh, 3 years.
3
Maybe
years.
more. Yeah.
I went a few months ago for the first time in probably 3 or 4 years. I needed like passport photos, and they were the closest place. So I got there, and I'm thinking, okay, $12 or something.
Yeah.
Like $28. They saw me coming.
Inflation, am I right?
Am I right? Yeah, I just had to deal with it. I never go there unless it's only something I can do there. And so here's the thing. CVS is trying to encourage people to come back into their stores by going through their pets. Okay.
What do you mean?
Dog and cat owners now, you can have common prescriptions filled at more than 9,000 of their CVS locations.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
That's smart because you know what? Who else was doing this is Kohl's, the clothing store.
Kohl's?
Yeah, no, listen, they weren't doing the pet medicine, but they hooked up with Amazon to do your returns.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you had to walk to the back of Kohl's
Yep.
to do your returns, and you're passing by all these things that they're hoping you're going to buy. That's the same thing that CVS is doing.
And they even give you a coupon at Kohl's. Like when you do your return
Right.
and you're like, oh, I've got an extra 10% off. I might as well. And so, yeah, they're getting you in there. And so now you can get like different medicines for your dogs and cats, like antibiotics, allergy medications, flea and tick treatments, pain relievers. And so it might make it easier for you to get this stuff. If you already hold your prescriptions at CVS anyway, and you can do your animals, that's
Why
like,
not add Spot to it?
yeah, it's really not a bad idea. They say that you can do it basically with using a hard copy prescription. You can go in and get it filled, or sometimes your doctor can actually call it like they do for your regular medical doctor.
Oh my gosh,
they
so a
can call it in
veterinarian
for you.
can call it in.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Yeah, I think a good thing to do would be like the Amazon example. Like you get that coupon, at least give you a coupon for something else in the store, or like make it a little cheaper than
Yes.
everything else, because pet stuff is so expensive.
Or
man.
have little dog biscuits or little cat treats
Ooh,
at the counter.
I like that. That's really cool. And so you can get that done right now. And you can also create a profile in your profile for your pets as well. So, I mean, they've gone all in on this.
Love
and
it.
like, the funny thing is, I'm like, man, good job, CVS. You guys are ahead of the curve. This is really smart. And then I did a little more digging. Publix, Costco, Walmart, and Walgreens are already doing this.
Oh, old news.
So they're late.
Yeah, but if you're a CVS fan and you're those 10 people that are still going there and you have pets, this might help you out today. Uplifting WayFM, this is The Wally Show, and we have Marks. He's our new producer and brand new to the city, and he's still trying to get things figured out, where stuff is, moved in, everything. And so I was asking him the other day, I said, hey, where'd you land on a church? Because we're required at WayFM to go to church. Betty Rock somehow has circumvented that. We're not sure she goes all the time. But
that's not true. Fake news.
I'm there
news.
every week, and you know it because Monday I do Monday school.
And the only reason he's there is because his wife makes him go.
No, and so I think being in church is a good thing. And so I was just curious. I was like, hey, what church are you going to? You have not landed on a church yet, have you?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? What do you think the problem is? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with us? No, I think there's a lot to choose from, which is a good problem to have.
And in Nashville,
Absolutely.
too, like the music is really good because, I mean, you
Yes.
could literally go to a church and you see Michael W. Smith leading worship. Like, what just happened? You
For
know?
real. The
Yeah.
worship here, at all the churches we visited,
It's really
the worship
good.
here is unreal. Especially with just the engagement with the worship.
Sure.
That's incredible.
Yeah, because it's a music town, you know?
Yeah. I think the biggest things that we're still looking for, though, and trying to narrow down is strong community. That's important.
And that's what I'm looking for least.
Okay.
I literally am. I'm like I want to go to a place that forgets I exist.
Walk in, walk out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We all look for different things in churches.
Yeah. Well, then also good, like, community group. Like, just a small group.
Small group.
I'm trying to get out of mine.
Wally falls asleep weekly in
Oh,
his small
no.
group. Yeah.
Yeah, I get up early, and that used to fly till someone else in the small group's like, oh yeah, we were talking about getting up. I'm like, yeah, I get up about 4. I'm like, oh, time I get up, and you somehow managed to stay awake the whole time. So strong community, strong small group
program.
Okay,
Yeah. And then just something that is so simple, but I find out having a hard time looking for is just a good biblically based sermon.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I like pastors that give you the context of why the sermon, why the verses were written that way, based on what was happening at the time. It brings the Bible to life.
Yeah.
Because it makes the stories even more powerful when you know the context and the subtlety behind some of the things Jesus was talking about. That's why I like mine. I go to Rolling Hills Community Church, and Pastor Jeff is awesome. And so I go.
Hey, Jeff, he wants to be involved more. Get him
No,
more
he
involved.
doesn't.
He wants
No.
community.
Stop.
Yeah, he wants community.
I'll tithe extra. Leave me alone.
Make sure to go and say hi to Wally during
does.
meet and greet.
Yo, he does.
No, I want everyone that goes to Rolling Hills to come and shake your hand, ask more about you.
People, when they show up to Rolling Hills, are always surprised that I'm there. And it's like, oh, hey, Wally.
You go to church?
Yeah, that's what I feel. That's what the subtle subcontext of that is. All right, so let's talk about this. Why did you choose your church? I'm curious. What is that thing that made you go, this is my church? I'll tell you why I went to the first church in Nashville here in 10 minutes. So why don't we take yours now, though? 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM, and we'll take yours now. So what was it that made you choose your church, Betty?
My husband's military, and we move around all the time. So when we got to Kentucky, I was set to find a church that was like my home church, which was Life Church in Kansas. And I wanted like the really good worship team. I wanted, like the really strong groups. And I wanted just kind of like that, feel like home when you walk in feeling. And I couldn't ever find it wherever we went. It was like nowhere to be found. And then I came across this church who is like the heart of serving, and they don't want a family to go without. So any way that they can help, they do. And it's completely different from any other church I've ever gone to.
It's interesting that you were looking to replicate something that you had, but you found something that was different. And the first time, and I get it, like, hey, I want something that makes me comfortable. But then you found something that's about serving other people. And that's what the early church was. What's the name of your church?
I go to Crossroads in Katie's.
Well, there you go. Crossroads in Katy. So if you live near there and you're looking for a new church, maybe you should try out Betty's.
Yes.
What was it, though, about your church that made you go, this is the one for me?
Well, I was a single mom. My son was about 5, and I was visiting other churches, but the very last one that I visited, the people that came to me and was attentive to me, I mean, they were the best. They showed me everything. They took me around.
It's a fine line that churches walk of welcoming and being overly welcoming, and it's a hard thing to get it right, to get that balance. Because you don't want someone that's like too into you when you get there. You know, you got to play a little hard to get. But like you want someone to know that you're there and offer you to help you when you need it or point you in the right direction. I know that's how I picked our church in Georgia when we first moved to Georgia, looking for a church, didn't know anybody. And people were so nice and welcoming at that church, and other ones felt more standoffish. And that was the church we went. That was the church we invested in and grew in. And it makes a difference, you know, when you as people will talk to people there. My wife the other day, we were sitting at church and there was a new couple behind us. I could tell they were new. And so we finished the service and I just started talking to them and stuff. And I'm like, hey, where are you guys from? You know, you're here. And I learned about them and stuff. And like, oh, cool. And after they left, my wife goes, what was that? I'm like, what do you mean, what was that? Yeah. She's like, I felt they were new. I wanted to be nice. She's like, huh. like she felt like I wouldn't do that kind of stuff or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Huh. Well, I mean, you did say earlier that you want to walk in and walk out of church. You don't want anyone looking you in the eyes.
That's right.
There is that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's on me. Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show. We all pick our churches for different reasons. When I first moved to town, I was looking for a church. I went to a barbecue that a church was throwing here that someone invited me to. So I'm like, all right, I'll go. And as I walked up, I heard Journey, Don't Stop Believing being played from a DJ at the church picnic thing. And I'm like, I'm home. I'm here. You have my tithe. You have my loyalty, everything.
Wow, so it wasn't anything about the Lord. It was about Journey.
No, but the Lord works in mysterious ways. That's why he got me in there. Because I'm like, oh, it's a cool church. They're like not uptight. And so, Karen, what was it that helped you pick your church?
I like to say it was my kids that helped pick the church because I joined, I started attending the Moms of Preschoolers group. I was invited to the host church. And when my kids went in, they loved it. They wanted to go back. They loved the music. They loved the stories about Jesus. They loved the environment. And I said, if my kids want to go to this church, we're going to this church.
And I think that's a perfect example of the impact that women or men that are working in the kids unit that they can have on people. If you make it a good environment for the kid, then the parents want to come back. You can actually get people to come back if you're just kind to their kids.
Did you just hurt your arm?
No, why?
Patting yourself on the back because you work in children's church?
That's right, I do. I work in children's church.
I do too, Betty. I do
too. But it's true, though. Like, that was the thing. I stayed at a church longer than I wanted to stay at this one church because it was good for my kid. And she wanted to be there, and she had friends there. And so I was like, let's go. I will ignore all the snake handling. But let's do this.
Goat sacrifices? Okay, fine.
You know what? She's happy at Moms, you know? Well, Karen, thanks for being on the show with us today.
Absolutely. If you're ever in Charleston, check out Coastal Community Church.
There you go. I love it. We will do that. Thank you.
TMI for me means tell me immediately.
We'll get right on with that with today's Music Insider.
On The Wally Show.
What you got, Marks?
Hey, yeah. So, this is a known fact, Wally, but every woman wants their proposal to be memorable. I know that for my wife, I had to make it very memorable on a sunset in the park. It was gorgeous.
Wow. High maintenance.
Nice fall weather.
Maintenance? What was that, Rock?
Listen, I'd be happy in a Waffle House parking lot with a Cracker Box ring. Yeah,
yes, you would.
I mean, Waffle House is already pretty memorable, so that's not too surprising.
Yeah, you'd have a story, you know. So on a sunset beach, or was it a beach or a park?
Oh, park.
Okay.
It was beautiful.
Nice.
And I feel like that's just pretty standard.
Yeah.
I feel like most women just want something beautiful, just something
Some women
thoughtful.
want it public, though. I had a friend of mine that she told her fiance, I want this engaged, or told her boyfriend, I want my proposal to be very public.
But here's the
I'm
thing.
serious.
My question is, does it count if it's just in front of a bunch of people and your favorite artist?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's somebody you guys both like, maybe. Who did this happen with?
This happened with Josiah Queen just recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what, did they ask him to be part of it or something?
Apparently not, because he just pop the ring right out, kneel in front of her.
And like
Josiah
Josiah's just there too?
Oh, he's just there.
Oh, that's
he's
weird.
just shocked. It was pretty funny in the video.
Josiah's like, he said yes! You know?
No,
she said yes.
Basically, he was clapping and everything.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.
There must be something tied to Josiah Queen and this
couple.
Like maybe they met because of at a concert of his, or maybe one of his songs is going to be played at their wedding. I don't know.
They both really like him or something. I would have at least brought him in.
Wait.
What?
What if this is a publicity stunt?
From
to
Josiah
get people
Queen?
To talk about him and his music. And Marks and you both fell
for it. That is...
You got to wake up pretty early in the morning, Josiah.
Genius from the bitter single lady.
Bitter party of one.
How about I give you a pro tip?
I've got a pro tip for you guys.
Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show. We're going to do a little pro tip where we kind of think tank some ideas here, things that you're like, hey, this is a pro tip. If you do this, it will help you out with your life. I'll go first. My wife and I needed to purge things in our house, the clutter and just too much stuff. I want a simpler life.
Yes, and I think that's a good thing to have. And also, too, you have to take advantage when you're in that mindset to actively do it.
And it's funny you mentioned that because that's what happened. Okay, so we've been having to go through like a little bit of a renovation because of some damaged water and stuff like that. And that's what started all this stuff because we've been living in chaos and it's just like, it's too much. But then I had something that made me really mad the other day and I was just in a bad headspace and I purged like a boss.
Really?
Because I was so mad at this other thing that as we were purging, I was ruthless. Like I was not sentimental. I was decisive.
Ooh.
So my pro tip is if you really need to make decisions and you really need to purge, do it on a day when you're angry.
That's a great tip. Now, however, do you look back and regret some of the things that you purged because you were really?
I was so blinded by my rage that I don't even know what I threw out.
I think you had a lot of you had a lot of pinned up energy that needed to go towards something.
It did.
And that's the thing that
it was
went
kind of like
towards.
how they have rage rooms where you can go and break stuff. This was a healthy version of that where I got to clean things out and I was even really good with my wife's stuff too. I'm like, nope, don't need it. Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was she there to say yay or nay?
She was, yeah.
Okay.
But she's kind of over it too, which is good. And so it was like we just knocked it out. So
good for you.
That's my pro tip. If you're going to have to purge, wait till a day when you're angry and you will see that you will make some really good decisions on that day. And then it takes you off of the thing you're angry about so you won't get your hands involved with that because that could go south on you.
Killing two birds with one stone.
100%. So, okay, that's my pro tip on purging. What is your pro tip on something? It doesn't have to be about this, but your thing that you've learned that you're like, oh, I want to share this. It's a pro tip, and I love this. I want to help out. 855-33-WAY-FM. That's how you can be on the show with us always. 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take your pro tip right now. So what's your pro tip?
Okay, so if you have a hard time just like cleaning your bathroom or specifically like your shower and your bathtub, keep the cleaning supplies in the shower with you, and like every time you shower you can just spray it down, wipe it down with a sponge, and then you don't even have to take the extra time out of your day to go and clean it.
I actually do this. I do the same exact thing. I have a spray for the glass and I have a squeegee, and if it's in the shower, I'll do it like right then. But like you're saying, if it's in the cabinet, I'll forget. Oh, I'll get it next time, and then I never do.
Exactly. Like I'm never going to remember, or I'm never going to have the energy to go in there and grab it out. But like if it's already in there, I'm staring right at it, and I might as well wipe the shower down while I'm in there.
Absolutely. That is a good pro tip, and it keeps you also from living in a mildew farm.
Exactly.
What's yours?
My pro tip is if you are a potty training parent, put a potty training seat in your car because inevitably they need to go to the bathroom when there's no bathroom around.
So then they would be using the bathroom inside your car?
Yeah, like I had a minivan and we put a potty seat in the very back of the minivan so I could pull off anywhere and they could go to the bathroom and then I could just empty it.
I will tell you this. There have been times where I could have used this as an adult.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Uplifting Way FM. This is The Wally Show. And the prayer wall is a place where you can go and post prayer requests, things that you haven't going on in your life that you're like, oh man, I'd love for someone else to pray with me for this. Because maybe you don't have a small group or a group of people around you that, is in that place with you. And you don't want to kind of walk through something alone. And this is really cool. The best part of the prayer wall, I think is so cool, is that when someone prays for you, they'll click a box and it basically will send you a notification that somebody just prayed for you. Like, I think that's cool because it might be a week later when you need it most and you think everything's forgotten and then ding, that goes off. You're like, oh my goodness. And it will usually, for most people I've heard, they're like, oh man, God is so good. And that's what all this is about. It's supposed to turn your heart back to God and be reminded that He's there and He sees you,
So when you text the word pray to 91979, that will send you the prayer wall so you can check it out. This is just one example of the types of requests we get on the prayer wall daily. This one is from an anonymous person. They said, please pray for encouragement that I would not think negatively about my body image and my appearance. I'm dealing with an eating disorder.
Oh, man.
So this is someone who might be embarrassed by their situation. Maybe it's something you don't want to bring up during small group.
Yeah.
It's with someone you would bring up as a close friend. But like you said, sometimes you don't have those close friends that you can confide in. And so the prayer wall is where you can post with your name or anonymously like this person did. And maybe this is something that you've struggled with personally. You can pray for this person. And like Wally was talking about, click that box and this person will get a notification saying, hey, somebody just prayed for you. And who knows what that person could be at that time when they get that notification, what they're facing in that moment.
Because here's the thing that I have experienced in my own life, and I think it's true for a lot of people, is that sometimes you're asking someone to pray for something because you can't even find the words yourself.
Right.
Like sometimes you want people to stand with you, but other times you're like, I can't pray about this anymore. I don't even know what to say. And that's where your life experience and things that you've walked through, maybe you're on the other side of something like an eating disorder, and you're like, I know exactly how to pray for this because I've walked that road and now I'm in a better headspace.
Right. So if this is something you would be interested in, maybe you want to post something or you want to pray for someone, text the word pray, P-R-A-Y, to 91979. When you do that, I'll text you back with a link that'll take you straight to the prayer wall. That's pray to 91979.
Uplifting Way FM. All the celebrity stories you didn't know you needed, but now can't ignore. The Rock Report.
With Betty Rock.
I was telling my mom the other day that it feels like after COVID happened, that the idea of tipping never went back. It kind of got out of control during COVID, and it makes sense because these people were in a tough spot. Like they're still working, almost like first responders. Right. People still need food, during a pandemic, and the tipping made sense. However, we never went back to how it was before COVID.
Because now the idea is that you tip before you get service, and tipping is supposed to be for excellent service, and now it's just expected at every place you turn around.
Exactly. And recently, Jason Sudeikis, you know him better as Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
He was on a podcast, but it was about a month ago, but it's getting some attention again because he is talking about tipping, and it's getting some heat for him. And I want to see if you agree with what people are saying. He claims that if he has experienced bad service, he won't leave a good tip. He'll leave like a 10% tip, which I think is pretty
Even
good.
that, at least you're getting something.
But then he also said he explains to the waiter or the waitress why he's not giving a bigger tip.
Constructive criticism.
Helping them grow, feed a fish. No, wait a minute. Feed a minute.
Teach a man to fish.
You know what I'm
for
saying.
A lifetime.
Anyway, so he said that this is the way to handle it because if you just don't give a good tip or you don't give a tip at all, they just think that you're rude. No one grows from it. He said it's just better to explain.
And especially as a celebrity, they'll just look at him and go, oh, he's just cheap. He's just cheap. Why would he not? He has millions of dollars. Why would he tip so badly? So at least if he leaves the explanation, I think that's not bad. Look, hey, you really weren't attentive. You could have done better here. This is why.
Okay, well, you would fall into the category of people that don't agree with you because most people said, wait a minute, this guy is a millionaire. What is he doing talking about tipping?
He didn't better somebody, though. If you let people just get away with it, they're never going to learn.
I agree with you. A couple of comments to the podcast were, a millionaire talking about tipping culture is not a good look. Also, someone else said that poor service should go to the manager rather than reflected in the tip.
No, that's not true. That's the whole idea. That's how you either reward or in essence punish someone for not doing their job. I mean, that's the whole idea of a tip. It's for excellent service. And when they do an excellent job, you give them more than 20%.
But I think that's easy for us to say and easy for us to judge on because we're not millionaires. Sure. However, when it comes to Jason Sudeikis, like he's got all the money in the world and you're like, well, even if you got bad treatment, maybe you should still tip 20%.
I don't know. I wrote a note to a server just the other day. Bad
or good?
I was at Texas Roadhouse in Spring Hill.
Okay.
And the server was phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah, like it was funny because my friend Paul was there and his wife wasn't there. And we were making jokes about her not really being a person. And like he's just fake, you know? And the waiter's like, I see her. She's here. I got you. Like he was great. Like
he was just playing along.
He jumped in with the sense of humor that we were having. He was so attentive and stuff. And so I over tipped him and I just wrote him a note. I just said, hey man, you're really good at this job.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you.
And I think that encourages someone to want to continue to be better.
Exactly. And this guy's a baller. He's great and he's going to make a good living because he's working for it and he's deserving it versus a handout. It's a difference. Hand out, hand up. There you go.
Feed a fish.
Something like that. Yeah. That's going to do it for your Rock Report. Thank you, Lady Rock. Uplifting Way FM. This is The Wally Show. Who's this?
Alicia.
What's up, Alicia?
Well, the whole tipping thing, I had a comment.
Yeah, okay, so Betty Rock was talking about how Jason Sudeikis, the actor, caught a little bit of heat recently when he didn't tip well after getting bad service, and he even left a note on there about kind of why he did it that way, which I actually respect. At least he was letting him know. So what were your thoughts about tipping?
I think with me, I talked to them before the tipping part because servers can have a bad day. I'll ask them how their day's going. And if they're having a bad day, and I'll even ask, can I pray for you? Then it works out really well. And sometimes that correction beforehand without going to the manager or leaving them a bad tip, the behavior can be corrected and then they can still get a good tip.
You're proactive by talking with them ahead of time. Do you ever just have a sheet of paper that's a list of things you will and won't accept from a server? Just here, I'm going to need you to read this, maybe sign in initial parts of it, and we're going to have a great experience together today.
Here's the do's and don'ts for me to get a good tip. There you go.
That's it.
We get gold stars when we master the material covered in class.
You're not hearing me, girl. I'm in charge now. And I say recess.
There are some things that you can definitely learn in school, but a lot of things, I'm telling you, like YouTube can be your best teacher. There's something I have to learn right now for work, and it was a new piece of gear, and I wasn't really sure about it, and I started to read the manual. That's death for me.
Yeah.
I can't read and learn anything, and so I'm like, let's go to YouTube, and it made so much more sense, and I got it figured out, and you're trying to do this too, right, Rob?
Yeah, I think a lot of us are visual learners. Recently, I decided, because I've seen so many, let me start over. Okay, I am an old soul, and I'm really into crewel embroidery, C-R-E-W-E-L, okay, crewel embroidery. It was big back in like the 70s, and I've seen so many of the pieces at antique stores, and I love them, and they're so expensive. And so I thought, you know what, I wonder if I could do this myself, but I don't know anyone that knows how to do it. Go to YouTube. There are so many videos. It's like for beginners, for intermediate, and it's telling me how to do all the different stitches.
Can I ask you a question? The ladies who are teaching you on YouTube University, average age, how old is Mildred?
86. But you know what? With age comes wisdom. She knows the tricks of the trade, and she can tell you what she's learned. Things that, hinder her from making a beautiful, cruel piece of art.
Exactly. Well, there you go. You're learning that on YouTube.
Yes, I
I know.
Me and Mildred.
You are an old soul, and I love that you smell more like a Ben Gay than perfume. It's pretty great.
And a little hint of mothball.
Yes. All right, so 855-33-WAY-FM. I'm just curious. What is that last thing that you went to YouTube for and you learned from YouTube? You could have gone to a class, you could have paid money for something, but you're like, no, maybe you fixed something based on YouTube. I've done that before, and it's so helpful. But I'm curious, what have you learned from YouTube? 855-33-WAY-FM. We got time for one or two of these. 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take your YouTube University degree right now.
So, Jackie, what is that thing that you are currently learning on YouTube?
When I need something done with my car, I go there to make sure that I'm doing it in the best way possible. So I actually learned to change the air filter in my cabin.
Oh, yes. Yes and yes, because here's the thing. You'll go to an oil change place, and they'll be like, want us to change the air filter or the cabin air filter? And you don't know enough about it. You're like, sure, I guess. And they're like, that's $28 or $35. That cabin air filter, if you go buy it yourself, is about $14 at a parts store. You open your glove box and you think, well, I can't get behind this. You push it in, it opens up. You put that cabin filter in, close it up. You are done in 35 seconds. And they're making sometimes $35 or more on that. So good on you, girl.
Yeah.
Has this inspired you to want to fix more things?
Absolutely not.
She was one and done.
Yes, one and done was good.
Have you learned something on YouTube recently, Teresa?
I did. I can now replace any kind of light fixture.
There you go. And you could save money because electricians aren't cheap.
They're not cheap. But also, sometimes little honeydews don't get done. So my mom was selling her house and had the same light fixtures forever. And we were going to spruce up her house a little bit. And I kept waiting for Honey to replace that light fixture, and he never did. And so I got on YouTube and started studying it and figured I could just do it myself.
Teresa, be honest with me. How often did you electrocute yourself?
No, I watched the YouTube, and they did say to switch the light breaker, so I did. So I did not shock myself. And I couldn't figure out how to take the light fixture down and hold on to it at the same time as trying to put it up on the ceiling. So I took duct tape and duct taped it to the ladder, and that held it in place.
You got your own hack. Start your own YouTube channel. I wouldn't have thought to do that.
Things not to do by Teresa.
There you go. Well, girl, thanks for being on the show with us today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, that's the end, but it doesn't have to be. Check out our Aftercast. It's new stuff you didn't hear in the podcast. Be sure to rate us on iTunes as well as connect with us on social media. Just search Wally Show. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group made exclusively for you potties, the link is in the description of this podcast. Thanks to Colorado Christian University Online for supporting what we do.